Hi everybody, my name is Caden.
My name is Jaden.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Eli.
I'm Jason.
And we are listening to our YouTube channel, and it is a preparation day. Yay!
Yay, we're doing the very best we can, folks. I have to admit, I'm still at the edge of cracking up. I'm trying not to crack up a little bit, but we are, our little cow is unable to actually stand anymore, and so we're all pretty devastated around here. It's getting to the point that we've all seen before, where they just don't rise up again. And so our friend is on death's door, but we will always celebrate the glory of Yah. Give me some praise and worship, folks. Give me something.
A new day, a brand new day. You get to see the sun rise up again. You get to see the day start over and everything like that.
Sunrise. My broken family. What do you got?
I got my dog that keeps attacking me.
Yep. Jubbs is little working right now. His dog's trying to get some loves. Nicole, you got something? I know these are hard times to even say things in, but
I know, and I just lost my train of thought what I was going to say.
I am going to say lungs. I've said it before, and I've talked about it the other day. The oxygen that we have and the way our lungs function and the way that Yah has created us to where we are able to breathe in air. And we have, the forests around us, and we have trees and bushes and all that stuff, and that it takes carbon dioxide with what we breathe out, and it gives us the fresh oxygen that we need. And it's everything that Yah has created is good. And I'm trying to get out of this cracking up stage because everyone keeps looking at me like I'm cracking up, so hopefully I can get through this. Eli, what do you got?
The rest of our cows still all good and healthy.
Yeah, and you said that the other day, Eli, and
Still a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing, and I know you said it the other day, and I said you said it the other day because I was actually thinking about that. And we are computer people. I worked at Google. Nicole was an IT gal. She's done everything with computers. We're not cow people, and so we came 10 years ago to the land that we've never seen before. We're not farmers, we're not ranchers, and we're doing the very best we can. And we learn a lot, and we know that our Creator is with us because we still have life amongst all of us. And even if we didn't, all glory is to Yah. And the life of the farm is crazy. And so yeah, lungs I think are great, and having cows that are alive, still alive in various things, and so that's good. All right, so let's get into it. Today is the sixth day. It's the sixth month. It is the sixth day of the week, and it is day 12 of this week. And to our family out there, much love to you guys. We thank you guys very, very much for being with us, hanging out with us, and you guys have got to see our ups and you guys get to see our downs. And we try to keep it real. We don't want, people think that, you have the world in your hands or that nothing ever happens to you. We live extreme ups and extreme downs. And so we are in the middle of heading to the downward spiral, and having to deal with death and dealing with our friends and dealing with the aftermath of all that is gruesome. Because unfortunately, we can't just go bury the dead. When she dies, this is the only food that we have for our dogs, and so we will have to take our friend and we will have to cut her up, and that's harder than probably anything else. And so that's the stuff the family has to deal with over the next couple of days. Shabbat she'll probably be down unless she gets up today and some miracle happens. She'll probably be all down on Shabbat, and then probably Sunday we'll probably have to end her misery and do what we have to do. So, all right, let's continue on, guys. Sorry for everybody out there. We are a killjoy today. Try not to be, and we'll try to get through this. And there's no greater joy than being able to celebrate the law, statutes, and commands of our Creator. And so we're in Deuteronomy 14, and there are a lot of laws, statutes, and commands. Eli, we pet Mr. Bubs to your left before he freaks out. We just have dogs everywhere attacking us. So when it rains, it pours, and it does so much. All right, clean and unclean food. We've talked about this before. We've heard about it. Leviticus 11 told us all about clean and unclean foods. But here we are. Ye are the children of Yahuwah Elohim. You shall not cut yourselves, nor make any baldness between your eyes for the dead.
So
all right, we got a new command.
Is that like your eyebrows? You don't shave your eyebrows? That's something they did?
I have no idea why they would shave their eyebrows.
I've never seen them shave eyebrows for the day. There's not hair between their eyebrows.
Some people have what they call I don't even know what they call it. They just call it normal eyebrows, but everyone calls it a unibrow.
Yeah, it always comes to one, yeah.
It comes to one, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yah just creates stuff in different fashions, but I remember going to school, and those who had a unibrow got messed with. You can't go. If you are defective at all, it's not even a defect. I shouldn't even say that. If you are different than anybody else and you go to a public school, expect to get your life changed. Okay, so it says you shall not cut yourselves. That's a new commandment. So new commandment, Nicole. And it also says do not make any baldness between your eyes for the dead. So don't shave between your eyes for the dead.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, so I don't know. They must have had some kind of thing. Maybe they I don't know what
Yeah,
they did.
2 new commandments?
Yeah, there's two new commandments right there. And 2 it says, "For you are a holy people unto Yahuwah Eloheka, and Yahuwah has chosen you to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth." Okay, this is a promise to everybody, right? We are supposed to be a peculiar people. We are supposed to not look like the world. We're supposed to not sound like the world. We're not supposed to be watching TV and knowing what the latest movie stars are or TV shows or any of that stuff. Guys, we are called to be set apart. If you smell like the world and look like the world is going to take you in. And that is why Yah says, do not go with them. Do not, because you will soon be serving their Elohim, and you may not even know that you are serving their Elohim, and you are. And that is a huge command. You are not ever to do that. Verse 3. You shall not eat any abominable thing. So that sounds like a command all of itself, even though what is like Leviticus 11:1, it just gives us our dietary laws. This says you shall not eat any abominable thing. So that is a commandment right there. So that is our third commandment for today. And then this next thing needs to go under that, Nicole, and it also needs to go under the Leviticus 11:1. Here we go. These are the beasts which ye shall eat: the ox, the sheep, and the goat, the deer and the roebuck, and the fallow deer, and the wild goat, and the pigard, and the wild ox, and the camos. What do you guys have? What's the
The
pigog?
wild goat, the mountain goat, the antelope, and the mountain sheep.
Okay, so the chamos or something, camos is a mountain sheep. Yeah.
I think it's a mountain sheep.
In
So-
the NIV, we have an ibex.
So my stepdad one time went off hunting one time, and he was a huge hunter and everything of the sort. And one of the biggest things that you can actually hunt in North America that's really hard to get is a big horned mountain sheep. And I remember him telling me stories of this. He had to hire a guide, and he's a very good hunter, and so he never ever hires guides. But this guy knew exactly where the sheep were, and so they went out on the mountaintop, and he said this guide's skin was like leather. He's like, they sat outside in the mountains or whatever, and they actually didn't get a bighorn sheep. But there's something about the bighorn sheep. These things can climb the side of a mountain, almost straight up a mountain. It is incredible, the designs that our Creator has. Let alone these things can blow into each other at 50 miles an hour right under their horns and just bounce right off, right? They just go flying. And, try to do that with your head or something of the sort. So Yah creates the coolest, awesomest things ever. Verse 6. And every beast that parts the hoof and cleaves the cleft into 2 claws, and choose the cut among the beasts that ye shall eat. Okay, so we know this, right? It parts the hoof and cleaves the cleft into 2 claws. What does that mean?
Basically,
That's
Like
split
a
hoof.
cow, right?
It's a split hoof.
Right.
The hoof goes in a little V shape.
Right, little V shape. Okay, nevertheless ye shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the cloven hoof, as the camel, and the hare, and the coney, for they chewed the cud, but divide not the hoof, therefore they are unclean to you. Okay, so Nicole, are you gotten all these things?
NIV said the Hyrax.
We've talked about the Hyrax before, right? Isn't that the Lorax or the Hyrax? And the Lorax that sold air to everybody or something in
No,
Dr. Seuss books?
that's Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
I know,
okay.
he was like giving trees.
He's selling. He's
No,
selling
he
fresh
wasn't
air.
selling trees. He was working on the
That
trees.
was
another person in the Lorax.
Oh, okay. I've never seen the show. Kids were discussing it the other day, so there we go. Anyway, so it's called the Hyrax, and the Hyrax is what?
I think it's the Coney.
Coney. So that is the
Rabbit.
rabbit.
Mine says the hare or the
Hare.
rabbit.
All right. And the swine, because it divides the hoof, yet chews not the cud, it is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. Okay. So somebody asked me the other day, and they asked, and I didn't know. They said, is having a pet pig bad?
No.
No.
It's just a dead body. Don't eat of it. You can have the animals like dogs that we don't eat, but they're unclean to us if we eat them or touch them when they're dead.
Yeah, and don't pass out cold inside your pig pen because they will kill you. They will eat you. You fall into a pig pen and you pass out for whatever reason, you are dead. They will eat you. Game over. And they may look cute. And I used to hang out. My Uncle Bob had a bunch of pigs. I used to hang out with the pigs, and they were really super cool. It was all super cool up until I saw them hang a pig. And then after that, I'm like, this is a horrible business these guys are in. Okay, so 9. These ye shall eat of all that are in the waters. All that have fins and scales ye shall eat. So that is what?
No shrimp.
Yeah, no shrimp, no lobster, whatever. So we know that what has scales? Salmon,
Salmon,
Tuna.
tuna.
catfish?
I don't know.
No, catfish is unclean.
I think it's unclean.
Catfish is unclean. They're nasty looking
No,
fish too.
not
Bass, bass is good.
Is bass good? Do they have skin? Do they have scales? Okay. How do you know this?
We looked it up once.
Did we look it up? All right.
Pretty sure.
10. And whatsoever has not fins and scales ye may not eat. It is unclean to you, unto you. Of all birds ye shall eat. Of all cling birds ye shall eat. But these are they which of which ye shall not eat. The eagle, the ossifrage, and the osprey.
The eagle, the vulture, the black vulture.
Black vulture, yeah, those things are nasty. Those things eat all sorts of horrible things. 13. And the glede, and the kite, and the vulture after his kind.
NIV says the red kite, the black kite, and any kind of falcon.
I've never heard of words glede. Okay, and every raven after his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckow, and the hawk after his kind.
The seagull?
The
It
horned
says
owl.
okay, the seagull.
The horned owl, the screech owl, the gull, any kind of
It
hawk.
must be like a seagull, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and those are interesting. Those are real interesting birds. You guys remember what a seagull looks like, right?
Yeah. Attack you on the beach.
Yeah, and a pelican. Remember pelicans?
Yeah.
Remember the big
Yeah, they have the giant beaks that like.
where they
store,
like scoop up all the water and the fish are like inside of their mouth and
Yeah.
they eat it all. That's their giant things. All right. 16. The little owl and the great owl and the swan and the pelican and the gear eagle and the cormorant.
Where yours says pelican, mine says desert owl.
Desert owl, osprey, and cormorant. Anyone know what that is?
Mine's a Korean vulture and a fisher
Right.
owl.
So some kind of bird. And the stork and the heron after her kind and the lapwing and the bat. The hoopie, I think, is a bat, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Any kind of heron. What is a heron?
It's a type of bird.
Must be a bird. Are you guessing?
No, I know a heron's
knows?
actually a bird. Yeah.
Okay. And every creeping thing that flies is unclean unto you. They shall not be eaten. But of all clean fowls ye may eat. Ye may not eat of anything that dies of itself. Ye shall give it unto the stranger that is in your gates, that he may eat it. Or you may sell it unto the alien, for you are a holy people unto YHWH. You shall not seethe a kid in his mother's milk. Okay, there's a couple things we should discuss on this. First of all, I don't know. This sounds like Jewish, because the Jews, like, they don't care what the goys, they'll hire the goy to go do all this stuff that they won't do on a Shabbat and things of that nature. But it says right here that if something dies of itself, you can give it to the stranger that is in your gates. So if you have somebody who is not a Torah keeper, they can eat the unclean food.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That sounds a little crazy to me. Anyone have thoughts on this?
Yeah, I don't know. It must be like unclean dead of itself if maybe this person isn't in Torah. I don't know.
So you're gonna give this guy like rotten flesh? I mean, if it dies of itself, it's usually got issues.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't eat it.
You shouldn't eat it at all, whether or not it's human or
I mean,
anything.
it probably had fever, and usually when meat has fever, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not good. Okay, so well, that is a commandment. I'm not disputing it. I'm just saying it's an odd one that you would give unclean. And I mean that of itself. Wait a sec. You shall not eat of anything that dies of itself. Okay, that's not talking unclean food. All right, so I just had an epiphany, right? So you had a pig die, you would not give that to somebody in your gates, right? So you could, but if something dies of itself that you do not kill, okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Does everyone get this?
Yeah, it's clean animals.
Right, so we're dealing with food, things that are food. It has to pass Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14. Okay, sorry. You shall truly tithe all the increase of your seed that the field brings forth year by year. Okay, do we do this? Is this a command? You shall truly. How do we tithe all the increase of the seed and that the field brings forth year by year?
We give the Christian pastors.
Christian pastors are 501c3 blood money?
No.
No.
Anymore, we can't exactly tithe because we don't have sacrifice, we don't have priests, but we can go help the poor, we can go help the needy, we can give what we have to the needy. That's a good way of giving back to Yah, is helping the needy.
Absolutely, yeah. Fatherless and the widows and the orphans.
Anyone in need, if you have extras that you have come from your increase or whatever it is, give it away.
Should we add this as a command, though? It says, you shall truly tithe the increase of your seed that the field brings forth year by year.
I mean, I would say probably yeah, because we can give that seed.
We can do this even though we're not in the land, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we have an increase, which we have not had an increase yet. We've had cows that tap dance on our watermelons. We've had just a disaster. It's been a disaster. Okay, let's go on. So, Nicole, you got that?
Yep.
Okay, 23. And you shall eat before YHWH in the place which he shall choose to place his name there, the tithe of your grain, of your wine, and of your oil, and the firstlings of your herds and of your flocks, that you may learn to fear Yahuwah Eloheka always. Okay?
So basically, Yahoo's a set of place where you can give your tithe to.
Right. Okay, is there any commandment here?
No, not exactly. Because Yahuwah.
Because Yah has to give us a place to do this to make that commandment work.
For us, or a little house of Levite, didn't set up any of that.
Right. And if the way be too long for you, so that you are not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from you, which Yahuwah Eloheka shall choose to set his name there, when Yahuwah Eloheka has blessed you, then you shall turn it into money, and bind up the money in your hand, and shall go unto the place which Yahuwah Eloheka shall choose.
Or if you have a giant basket of fruit and it's too much to carry,
Yeah.
go sell it for money and give the money to the priest.
That's smart. That's
It
actually
doesn't say give it to the priest. Keep going.
okay. Hold on. And you shall bestow that money for whatsoever your soul lusts after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatsoever your soul desires, and you shall eat there before Yahuwah Eloheka, and you shall rejoice, you and your household.
So I guess you keep it.
Yeah. Okay. So and then the so we do keep it. Do keep it.
Yeah, so you keep it and you go buy your own.
Oh,
meat.
and you travel, right? You travel to where you're going, and then you buy that there. Okay, so this is what kind of gets me here. It says whatever your soul lusts after it, and it says that in the King as well. And the Christians will go, well, I lust after bacon.
That's not something that's food. We shouldn't be desiring bacon.
But they will take one verse out of this and go, hey, my soul lusts after this.
And he says, buy whatever you like.
Buy whatever you like, and the Christians will go, well, that's some cheap swine. Let's get some ham.
So would that go under the tithing?
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to get this too convoluted. We can't. He doesn't have a way, right? He doesn't give us a place that we should do this, right? It says that it has to be. You shall eat before Yahuwah Eloheka in the place which he shall choose to place his name there. So the tithe of the grain. So we would have to know that Yah was there with us, and his name was there. And I mean, we don't know that. We don't have any Levites. We don't have any of this stuff. I suppose as long as we're not doing any kind of sacrificial stuff, and we can, we should be tithe. We can put our tithe to the poor. We don't drink wine. We're too poor for wine. And even if we were too poor, we don't like it. It tastes terrible. I don't. Boys, you've tested it. You like it?
No.
It tastes terrible, doesn't it?
Burns my throat.
Burns your throat. Yeah, it's not so good. I don't know what the passion is with that stuff. That is some crazy stuff. All right. All hail the alcoholics that can take that kind of trash. And I'm not saying all hell in a good way, but it's amazing what you guys can drink and keep down. It's just amazing. I've never found the love for liquor, and that's probably a good thing. All right, so what do we have, guys? What do we have on this thing?
Basically, if you can't bring your sacrifice, you need to go
Right.
sell what you were going to sacrifice for silver, and then basically eat the food you buy of the silver.
You buy the food. I mean, how is this? Can we do this today?
I don't think so, because I don't think we'd have a.
Even if we sold what we had, we wouldn't have a place that we could eat before Yah. He's not. I mean, where do we eat before Yah? It says a place that he chooses, right? It is not a place that we choose. He dwells where he wants to dwell.
Right, so I don't think that we can follow that, because I think he'd set up like a little temple or a little something for the Levites to be with us.
So, I mean, there's going to be another set of commandments, like in the land where this would be, right? And stuff we would want to participate and do when we're in the land. So, anyone have anything else? Yes, no? No?
That's
Okay.
good.
27. And the Levi that is within your gates, you shall not forsake him, for he has no part nor inheritance with you. Yeah, don't forget the Levium. He's been forgotten now, but don't forget him. At the end of 3 years, you shall bring forth all the tithe of your increase the same year, and shall lay it up within your gates. And the Levi, because he has no part nor inheritance with you, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow, which are within your gates, shall come, and shall eat and be satisfied, that Yahuwah Eloheka may bless you in all the work of your hand which you do.
So you hold a big barbecue party.
In the fourth year, right?
Yeah.
The end of 3 years, end of it. So you're hitting in the fourth year. Yeah, and then you have a huge barbecue. Yeah, and the barbecue isn't just a barbecue, right? You're not out there with beers and hanging out with your friends and getting, whatever. This is a meal for Yah, right? We're hanging. I mean, literally, Yah would be sitting here dwelling with you, eating with you, if that is a place where he has ordained, which would be amazing, right? This is amazing. And so I know as us humans, it's hard to figure out the heart, mind, and soul of Yah. We don't understand his ways, and the best we can do is thank him absolutely for everything, for everything. All right, does anyone have anything else?
No, read your Bibles. Tomorrow is Shabbat.
It is a Shabbat, and we're going to go live regardless of how broken we are. And it's probably going to be sad days for the next few days. And for those that dwell with us, we thank you guys very, very much. And thank you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful preparation day. What does that mean, gentlemen?
That means you should be preparing. That means there's
Prepare.
no work to be done tomorrow. So that means you need to get everything that needs to be done today. You need to cook. You need to clean. You need to get whatever you need to do to be ready to rest tomorrow.
At sunset tonight is the beginning of Shabbat. Until sunset tomorrow, that is a time that our Creator has given us a mark of the Creator upon our hearts, minds, and souls, that we are there to worship with Him. And if you're there worshiping with Him on a Shabbat and keeping His commands, then I truly can't wait for all of us to see each other in the kingdom to come. This is going to be it's going to be the same kind of a awesomeness that we are going to be able to do. And like Emissary of Elohim says, it's going to be the class clowns of New Jerusalem. And Emissary of Elohim, thank you so much for getting caught up on this. He is our he's our little helper on all of this stuff, and he's really studied up on this stuff. And so thank you very much, brother, for doing what you do. Much love to the little gal. To everybody out there, we thank you guys very, very much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, shalom.